another recommendation from Video 2005-91. And I did exactly what he said. I stick with the seasons with this one character and not with the other character.
Lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better.
So, Two and a Half Men was a comedy show that came on TV, ran for 12 seasons with 262 episodes, but I'm not going to talk about all 12 seasons since Veritas 591 talks about the only ones with Charlie Sheen. This came from September 2003 to 2015 of February 19th. And this stars, of course, Charlie Sheen, Jon Cryer, and Angus T. Jones, and Holland Taylor. The premise of Two and a Half Men is that chiropractor and single father Alan Harper lives in a beachfront house with divorced internet billionaire Walden Schmidt, who bought the house following the untimely death of Alan's brother Charlie. And as they acclimate to their living arrangement, the tightly wounded Alan finds himself taking on mentor with Walden, whose lifelong dependence being taken care of has led him a bit naive. Despite his unsuccessful romantic history, he also tries to help Walton overcome his limited experiences with dating. And Bertha, who is a sharp-tongued, apologetic housekeeper, is also featured in the series. But we're talking about the seasons with Charlie. So basically, we have a jingle writer named Charlie Harper and his uptight brother Alan and Alan's troublesome son Jake. After Alan divorces his love, he and Jake moves into Charlie's beachfront Malibu house and complicates Charlie's free will in life. Now, this show is great. This show is great. Aside from what goes on next. At once, Angus T. Jones left and Charlie Sheen left. But let's talk about it. So basically, the first 5 seasons finds Charlie in casual relationships with numerous women until the 6th season when he becomes engaged to Chelsea. But that relationship doesn't last as Chelsea breaks off their engagement, and afterwards Charlie flies to Paris in the 8th season finale with Rose. I hate what they did to Sheen's character in the 9th season, having him die when he fell for a subway train in Paris. Wow. But when it comes to Alan's experiences is somewhat different. He continues to deal with his son Jake growing up and the aftermath of his divorce, when he has little success with women. And his marriage to Candy at the end of the 3rd season is short-lived. In the 4th season, he's back at the beach house paying alimony to 2 women out of his meager earnings as a chiropractor. And the 7th season, he begins a relationship with Lindsay McElroy, the mother of one of Jake's friends, and the relationship becomes suspended when Alex cheats on her and burns down her house, but it eventually resumes. Now let's talk about this show. Because this show, the episodes with the moments with Charlie Sheen is great. The episodes with Charlie Sheen are great. I love every single episode with Charlie Sheen. Now, I can see why Vera 2005-91 is not a fan of what happens after this, because yeah, I can agree that the show went downhill after he left, and Chuck, and then all the stuff, the production history about Sheen's dismissal and replacement. You should have just kept him on for the remaining of the series. This would have been been just as great with the episodes. But for the most part, all the episodes are really great. I really love this show. It takes chances. It does what a show really does, and it is fantastic and it is awesome. The acting on the show is really great. I really love the acting here. I really love everyone in this show. 8 seasons everyone is awesome in this show. They are fantastic. I really love how this show plays out. You got some good humor, some good jokes. You do get a lot of appearances from a lot of different stars in here. There is a lot of different guest stars that we got in here, and you get a lot of fun here, and it's just anything you could watch. It's so cool, it's so fun, and I'm going to name off the guest stars. The guest stars on this show, you have Courtney Thorne-Smith, Rebecca McFarlane, Miley Cyrus, later on this season with Ashton Kutcher, Judy Greer, Clark Duke, Maggie Lawson, Ali Mishalka, Ming Na, Patton Oswalt, Missy Pyle, Mimi Rogers, John Stamos, Robert White. A lot of different recurring characters and appearances from everyone, from Hilary Duff, Jenna Elfman, Emilio Estevez, Megan Faye, and then you got Megan Fox, Thomas Gibson, Sarah Hatcher. Just so many recurring audiences and cameos appearances. But wow, that is incredible. And you also have Brooke Shields on here for season 4. That is awesome. I like Brooke Shields. And you also have Linda Carter in season 11. But I'm just focusing on the 1 episodes of Charlie. Charlie Sheen, this was him. He may have problems, but if you separate the problems from the actor or director or filmmaker, this is actually way better than a lot of people give it credit for. This is a very good show. I really like the humor. I really like what they did here. It is a shame that they had to replace Charlie Sheen with someone else, but what can you do? But like I said, you should have just kept them on. Really have much more to say when I think all the acting on the show is great. I don't have a favorite episode because every single episode with Charlie Sheen is you just get a lot of great laughs, great humor, great comedy, just basically great everything. And I would say watch this show. It's awesome, and I highly recommend watching 2.5 Men. If you are a completist, you can watch the seasons with Ashton Kutcher, but if you are someone like my good friend Fair 2005-91 who hates the later seasons, I haven't seen the later seasons, but I avoided watching them. I would say just stick with the ones with Charlie Sheen and then stop. But I will give 2.5 Men, of course, my seal of approval. You have a really great show. I want to thank Vera 2005-91 for the recommendation for this show, and of course, How I Met Your Mother. So let me know what you guys think about 2.5 Men, the seasons with Charlie Sheen down below. Do you like them? Do you hate them? And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Future Filmmaker 940 here, and you guys keep it cool.